Oh, sure, now you get quiet as soon as I turn the camera on. Hey, let me finish my coffee. Dude, let me finish my coffee. As soon as I start my coffee, he starts this. Hey! That's enough. Every morning we go through this. Just let me drink my coffee in peace, please. Please. It's only 7:30. Let me finish my coffee. Okay? Such a goof. You're always hammering on me in the morning. What did I just say? I said that's enough. Oh, you sneezing. Calm down. Calm down. Lefty, what did I say? That's enough. Hi everyone, good morning. We're at the park this morning. It's 8:15 and it's 64 degrees. And the humidity is like you can't feel anything. Boy, did our weather change. The other day it was upper 80s with soupy humidity, and by dinner time that day it was 65 degrees and the humidity was gone. So that day we broke this weather system, and it's like we're in a whole different place right now. It feels so good. Now there is a forecast of some rain today, a chance. There's not a cloud in the sky. Well, but it's got a hazy look to it. Oh, I gotta pause video. I hope that wasn't in the background. Okay, sorry about that. So today is test fitting the shelf and test fitting the inverter in the battery cabinet. And this is a big step because, like I said, those wires, they've got to reach. There was, the way they were hooked up to the inverter before, I kind of looped them, so there was some little bit extra there. And I showed you, I held up that AC in and out. You could see that there was a little bit of extra length there. But is it enough to go up behind the shelf and reach to the inverter? The only way to know is to put the shelf in and put the inverter in. So that's what we're doing today. Not a big deal. I'm gonna set the camera up and you all are gonna be there with me, and we're all gonna be hoping against hope that those wires have enough length to reach that inverter. So stick with us and let's get through this exciting milestone, because once that's all confirmed and I get all the wiring for the inverter confirmed, then we take it back out, take the shelf back out, and we actually hook everything up for the last time. So that's why it's a big step, because this is the last hurdle that I have to get through, and then it's all downhill from there, like I say. And thanks for continuing to watch. Not the most exciting stuff going on here in New York this summer. Just wasn't in the truck repair mode this year, I had the radiator issue out in Arizona, then the hose, and then driving back we had the fan clutch seize. I got that straightened out, and I think that just really, it burned me out. This summer was supposed to be the summer of performance. I talked about it last year. Last year was the summer of comfort. It was all suspension work, and the truck rides and drives tremendously better than it ever did. And this summer was going to be new turbo and possibly like a tuner chip. And I haven't even thought about doing that stuff. The truck runs fine. We did the drive to Connecticut and back to get the bike after I did the fan clutch. And I'm just, you know, the battery upgrade is a must-do, so that's why we're working on that. I've got a couple of other small little things that I'm going to do before we head out of here and hit the road again. But I guess the summer of performance is going to have to wait. Maybe that'll be next year. Let's talk about that between now and then, because I do believe my turbo is not performing as a good turbo should. The highest I've ever seen is 12 pounds of boost. That's the highest, and I think I should be seeing more like 20. You know, I'm not going to buy a low quality one because I've read all kinds of horror stories about those things. Just, they don't last, you know. And so I'm going to buy a good one. And, you know, that means a little more money, but it could be a huge improvement to the truck's performance because it's a big, heavy turd of a truck. It's 6 tons being lugged around by that 21-year-old motor, and it needs all the help it can get. And if a fresh turbo is going to give me more performance and power, then absolutely I want to do that. But just, it wasn't in the cards for this year. We'll figure it out between now and next summer, if next summer is going to be the summer of performance. Should make a t-shirt. Whoa, took off too fast for me. So I wanted to get Dalynn over here so she can give an update on her bike. She took it home and she's been riding it. There's a bike trail that she's been riding it on. And sweetheart, tell me how the bike's been for you.
It's awesome. It's been amazing. I've driven it on the canal. I've driven it to go get ice cream on the canal.
The canal trail?
Yes, the canal
So there's
trail.
a lot of other bikes on there, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how does the bike go over with people that you see when you're riding it?
My neighbor saw it and practically freaked out because he said it's such an awesome bike. And I told him he could ride it anytime he wants.
Be careful.
No, I love it.
So the big question everybody's going to be asking is, why aren't you wearing a helmet?
We are in the process of me finding a helmet that I like.
Okay.
It's hard. One, it's hard to find a helmet that fits me because my head is like an infant size
really big?
For some reason.
Infant size? What size fits you?
A youth small.
Youth small.
And
Yeah,
you can imagine what colors and patterns come in youth
Pink.
small. Yeah.
Hello Kitty?
Yeah. Flowers, things like that.
So what was the longest ride you took on the bike?
Like 7 miles.
7 miles.
That's long for me.
So like 7 miles, 3.5 and
Yeah.
3.5 back?
Yeah.
How far is that trail from your house?
It's probably half a mile.
So have you had any problems with the bike?
No.
How
No.
many times? You've been charging it each time
Yeah, I
you ride
charge it every time I get done riding it for
Yeah.
about 30 minutes. And it's still at full battery. I haven't seen it go down 1 notch of battery yet.
Like when you went for the 7 mile ride, did you notice that the battery showed that it was down at all?
No,
Yeah.
no, it didn't go down at all.
So it's got good range.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So do you want to, we were talking about maybe adjusting the handlebars back a little bit because they are adjustable.
I think, yeah.
The neck is adjustable. You know, like the stem where the handlebars hold,
Yeah.
that can rotate back. And then the handlebars themselves can also rotate.
Yeah.
So it's got 2 different adjustments that we can do.
Yeah, I
To
think we
move
should
them
move them
back.
back a little bit just because I'm like,
So you don't
On
have to
the
sit on the
edge,
tip of the
yeah.
seat all the time.
yeah. And if I sit back, then I'm like, only the tips of my fingers.
Yes. Oh, did you see that car?
Yeah, it was cool.
It's a Miata race car.
Off-roading.
Because it goes so fast.
Yeah.
Go ahead of me. Oh, look at, she's leaving little rooster tails.
Oh, that was
It's
lucky.
got good power. So it goes fast.
It goes fast.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It rides okay.
Yeah, it rides very smooth.
Is that trail? What is that trail? Like rocks or gravel or what is it?
It's paved.
It's paved? Oh, geez.
Yeah.
It's like sweet.
Yeah. It's awesome. It goes right to Abbott's.
Does it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Abbott's is a local, Abbott's Custard. It's an ice cream shop, frozen custard.
Yep.
It's been around forever, like since I was a kid. So if this is all working out correctly, you are hearing both of us talk.
Yeah.
I want to thank Tom for sending me these wireless mics that we're using right now. You can see one clipped on me, and Dalynn has another one clipped on her, so that you can hear both of us talking, and the receiver is plugged into the camera that y'all are looking at me through right now. So thank you, Tom, for sending this. This is opening up a whole new way that I can make videos and get good voice and from two different people. That's always a challenge when you're doing camera work. That's why I have a double-headed mic on my big camera, but this camera that I'm using right now, the double-headed mics don't work. So it was always a challenge getting good audio from behind and in front of the camera. So Tom, thank you for sending this.
They have a 4-point mower. Is that what it's called?
What?
Like the big mowers that you drive. The
Zero turn?
Yeah, they have one in their garage. I feel like that's kind of crazy.
You remember I had the big riding mower at my house?
Yeah.
My yard was really small.
No, you used to take your grass so seriously.
Hey, I had great grass. So what are you going to do with the bike over the winter time?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I want to try to figure out a better way to get it in my car and stuff.
Yeah. So what?
I think I would need to get a trailer hitch.
Yeah, trailer hitch and a bike carrier.
Yeah.
Because the bike does weigh, I think it's 80 pounds.
Yeah, it's heavy. I can't lift it by myself.
It's built really solidly. It is not a chintzy bike.
No.
So during the winter time, I think the best thing is you take the battery off and take it inside the house.
Yeah.
Because lithium batteries don't like the cold. So that's what you'll plan on doing, okay? And then periodically top it up during the winter, you know, plug in the charger, because you can plug it in.
Right.
The battery doesn't have to be on the bike to be charged.
Right.
So you just maintain it over the winter time inside the house. You never charge it when it's frozen.
No.
Because that can ruin it. Lithium batteries don't like that at all.
And the neighbor, when he was telling me, he was like mansplaining it a little bit to me. He's like, you know, this is a lithium battery. You have to be very careful.
Oh.
It can explode. And I'm like, yeah.
So he was talking to you like you didn't know anything.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know.
Aw.
I got it.
Didn't you tell him that you know because your dad knows everything?
Yeah.
He tells you everything?
Yeah. I said, yeah, my dad explained that to me. Thanks.
Well, I'm really happy that you like the bike,
Yes,
sweetheart.
me too.
You look very stylish on it.
My glasses.
I like your match. You need to get some orange gear, right? That matches the orange.
Orange helmet?
Yeah.
Maybe black helmet, orange stripes or something.
So, super stylish Dalynn on her super stylish Addmotor Soletan.
10 out of 10 recommend.
10 out of 10?
Yeah.
On your Soletan M-66X from Addmotor. I hope we're going to be lucky. It's just between the dog park and coming back here, the sky is now filled with clouds. So there is a chance of rain today, so let's see if we can get this done. You gonna help? Huh? You wondering why I've been spending so much time out here staring at this? Because I'm a mental just like you are. Yes, I am. Supervisor on the job here. Checking everything out. Does it all look good? All right, big day. Let's get the shelf in here and throw the inverter on the shelf and see what happens. So just a little cushion so I can lay the shelf in there, getting it all tightened up. And this just helps to have a little support under there. So this shelf is held in with bolts and nuts, and the heads of the bolts go down in these tracks here on the wall. The bolts protrude out, and then they come through these holes in the shelf, and you put a nut on the other side of it. So 2 on each end, and I have nylock nuts on here and flat washers. There's 2. So, you know, how much room do I want to leave above the batteries? You know, my cables that are going to be running around on top of the batteries are going to take up, let's say, about that much space. So I can lower it from where it is right here. I'm looking at the witness marks and the tracks, and this is about the position that I had it before. Pretty dang close. So we are 4.5 down, and we are 4.5 down. So that's basically flat right now. So that's tight. So now I can put the rubber mat down, and then we'll bring the inverter out. I did mark the cables in out. Oh gosh, I think we're gonna make it. Oh heck yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, I'm just pausing a moment. Oh my gosh, tell me this is gonna fit. If you can hear the lady across the street jamming out with her music. She does that a lot on a nice day. She's got the windows open and she's jamming out. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I'm reveling. I'm just taking a moment to enjoy the fact that those wires certainly look like they're gonna reach. I don't even know if I need to bring the inverter out. I mean, obviously, I have plenty of room. I got plenty of length here, obviously. But let's bring the inverter out and position it here. See what we're gonna look like. So remember, none of this is live. The batteries aren't hooked up. They have caps on them. So nothing has any power in here. The only thing that has power is the feed wire coming down from the solar panels. And I have that fuse removed, so it's deadheaded at the fuse. So and it's got a cover on it, so I'm not getting near it. So none of this has any power. I know some of you in the comments were worried about me working around all of this, but we're dead. We're not powered. So there we go. This thing is in here and it is heavy. I want to put some additional supports under this shelf, something that can't let it drop. So I was thinking some wood, like 2x4, that goes from here straight down. I can drill and screw into the top of them here so they can't move. So put like 2 of them, and then same thing down on this end. Put 2 of them down on this end. That would make me feel a lot better. This ground I talked about, that I'm going to have to change the position on the chassis. This is 2 gauge, and it's a separate ground for the inverter. And it's for, from what I understand, I talked to the tech, and this is over 4 years ago, so I don't exactly remember. It's like it's a ground loop that it uses if you're on shore power, and then if you're not on shore power. So it uses, there's a little terminal over here on the end of the inverter, so it's not these, it's a separate connection it says grounding electrode terminal. And the tech told me that needs to go to the chassis ground. So this wire is not going to be long enough. It is long enough. Wow. Holy moly. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It is long enough. It's able to make a nice arc back here and go right into that little terminal. It's just a terminal block with a set screw that tightens down onto it. So we just got over a big hurdle. I was really afraid that AC wiring was not going to work. I am so happy. So let's check out this black cable for the inverter. So I'm going to put it right on that top post, right on the same lug that's coming from the shunt. So I'll get this buttoned up, get it cut, put a new lug on the end. I don't like the way it's out like this. Let me see what I can figure out. Yeah, and then this goes just like that. Perfect. So I'm gonna wait to do this until I have this in its exact final position, because I'm gonna be sliding it that way a little bit after I get it all connected up. So I've got no problems with wire length. Everything is gonna work. I don't have to do, the only thing I have to do is cut this to length and put a lug on the end, and that's it as far as modifying wires. Everything else reaches. So that's today's update on this project. Oh dude, look at the mud. Oh my gosh. That's black. You know, black mud. Oh, I know that smells like, look at him. He's, oh dude, what have you been doing? Oh, it's even under your chin. Oh. Oh. Well, I brought his towel, and there is a wash-off station for the dogs right outside of the park. But I'll bet you that water is cold, and it's not warm this morning. I'd hate to hit him with that. But he is a mess. Where did that come from? You are a mess, dude. Look at you. Mud everywhere. Oh, what are you doing? Okay. Oh well. Come on. Come on, let's walk. So thanks everyone for being here with us again today. Everybody take care, be safe, and we'll see y'all again real soon.